So basically, this guy is scamming you out of your money by doing poor research in order to get views. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Crypto Dreams. This is what I look like. I apologize if you're upset. So I want to go over this video of this guy who is calling Evergrow coin a scam, and I need to go over some very basic information, unfortunately, because a lot of people just don't understand how the crypto space works. 90% of projects in the crypto space are going to be flops, either because they just couldn't make it succeed. And if you can't make a token succeed, then the early buyers are going to profit from the later buyers. But with any token, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, the early buyers always profit the most. That's why we're all looking to buy in on the newest project. So it's very easy to say, oh, this is a scam because the price is going down. But a project might just fail and not succeed, and the developers tried their best to make it succeed. And the difference between a scam and a rug pull is that the developers have designed the contract either through having access to the liquidity pool to drain the funds so that your tokens become worthless, or they could just do it in a less malicious way where they pump the project, they have their own bags, and then they dump the project. Basically, they give up all hope on the future. They never had any real utility planned. They never had any plans for actual volume after the initial launch of the token. They bought in early, they pumped it up, and then after a bunch of people got the price to come up, then they sold their bags, and now you're left with a dead project. Those are scams and rug pulls. Outside of that, you have real projects that are trying to succeed. But even when they don't succeed, just because the price goes down does not mean that it's a scam or a rug pull. That's just what we're going to see. It's very important to understand this because anybody can come along and make videos of calling everything a scam based on the charts and because the price went down. What we see a lot of the times with new projects is we see that we have the initial hype, but it only lasts so long, and then people take their profits. Just like if you put in $500 to $1,000 and you had $50,000, $100,000, you'd probably be taking your profits just like the early buyers would. Early buyers taking their profits is not a rug pull or a scam, and you'd be quite foolish to say that it is. So there's all these projects out there that actually are scam projects that are designed to scam you and steal your money, and then there's real projects that you might just be taking a risk on, and if it fails, it doesn't mean it was a scam. And then there's real projects that do succeed and blow up and tons of people become millionaires, and that's what we're all aiming to do, right? So I just want to go over how much money, if you listen to this guy, have you lost? So let's look at that. So right now we have the price. He did these two videos. His first two Evergrow videos were on the 14th and the 15th. So we see that the price was around 60325. It maintained around there. It went down to 261 on that dip if you were able to buy that dip around that time. So if you just put in $100 whenever he was making these first couple of videos calling this a scam and a rug pull and a slow rug pull and all that stuff, you would have gotten 312 million tokens, and the $100 would be worth $569. So obviously if you had put in 1,000, then you would have $5,690. You would have 5x'd just from putting in 100 from this time. Now, who screwed you out of money? Because you could have sold that the whole time. And not only that, but you're gaining passive income the entire time. And this guy makes some really bad points, so we'll go ahead and get back into his video.
But overall, let's say that this is Evergrow coin right here, and this is you. Let's say you invest around like 1K in Evergrow coin. This is just an example, by the way. And let's say that they say that you get BNB back when you invest in this project, right? Let's say that you get around $200 BNB back when you invest in this project passively. And let's just put 200 right here. Now, how they actually manage to give you this 200 is that they actually give your own money back to you. So technically you give them 1K and they give you back $200 in.
This is a blatant lie. He doesn't understand how tokenomics works. So the reason that you pay a 14% fee is you're paying, when you pay a 14% fee, you're paying to all holders, you're paying 8%, and you're also paying a percentage to the liquidity pool, a percentage to the buyback and burn, a percentage to marketing. Every buy and sell and trade is paying that. So they don't take your money and give you a little bit back. You pay a percentage to everybody else and you have your tokens. And then because you hold, and this guy may not understand this, but because you hold a percentage of the total supply, that's the percent you're going to get of the 8% of daily volume. I do understand the math, and I have made videos on it. This guy says, I don't really understand the math. Then why are you making a video on this? The money you're getting is coming from 8% of all volume, and the percentage that you own to the total amount of wallets that are receiving rewards is what you're going to get of that 8% of all volume. Your money is coming from all buy sells. So if a huge whale sells, you're getting a percentage of that. If somebody has a huge buy, you're getting a percent of that. You can literally just sit there and make passive income. That's how these tokens work. And this guy really seems to be demonstrating that he has no idea how tokenomics work. And man, you should not be making videos about stuff like this if you're going to say that you're only getting a percentage of what you put in back, because the percentage is completely dependent on volume. So obviously early holders, and I've made a video on this as well, that the earlier you buy, the less volume you have to see to get your initial investment back. But you can calculate how much volume do you have to see to get your initial investment back. I can tell you that when I bought in, I've seen probably 5 to 6 to 7 times my investment back, not including what my bag is. So, and I'm not a whale. I'm not even a whale. The logic here is really bad, and this guy is literally lying to you, convince you that he's helping you. In all actuality, he screwed a ton of people out of money. Not only if you would have invested when this guy was calling this a rug pull, you would have 5x of what you have, but you'd also have all the rewards. But I have videos on the math, and maybe I'll do that for this video as well, because it's really not that hard.
Now, I have no idea how much increments they give you back or the percentage that they give you back, but
then why are you making a video? If you don't know, then why are you making this video? It's as serious. I have no idea, but here's the math.
this is the basic general idea on
No, it's not.
how they actually do it. Now, when they give you back $200, you still can take your $1,000 out if the market hasn't crashed yet, because how it actually works is that when you see that $200 coming on your wallet address, you actually tell your friend about this project and your friend invests in this project as well. Now, let's say your friend invests like 1K in this project as well, and this 1K goes back to Evergrow coin, and obviously Evergrow coin gives your friend $200 in BUSD as well. Now, technically speaking, Evergrow coin has $1,600 in their own pockets, and you and your friend have in total of $400 in your own pockets. Now, you think your $1,000 is safe, but the reality is the $1,000 is almost gone. So if you don't take it out of that wallet, say goodbye to it. Now, if you're smart enough about it and you still can have the chance to take your money out, you should definitely take your money out. I mean, this is literally the reason I'm making this video.
Oh my God. This is so bad. The math is wrong. The information is wrong. The logic is wrong. He's lying to you. Here's the thing is this guy doesn't care enough about the investors to actually research this on whether or not this is a solid investment for you, which shows that he's doing it for a different reason. Now, either he's intentionally lying to you because he just wants people to lose money, or more than likely he's just trying to get views. So he's trying to call it a scam, but he's not doing enough research to actually know whether it's a scam or not. So let's go ahead and let's do the math. Let's use his numbers and do the math. It's so hard to watch. Okay guys, we're gonna pull up Paint and we're gonna do the exact same math that this guy is doing. So first of all, yeah, this guy just didn't do any research. So we're gonna do EGC. So we've got Evergrow coin, and he's saying you put in $1,000, right? You buy $1,000 worth of Evergrow. Let's go ahead and use the price that he was using around that time, because I do understand the math. I will show all you guys this. So around that time, it was 0.60, and it went down to 2.5, it went up to like 4, but we're just going to use 3.2. That was around the price when he was making these videos. So let's just say you put in $1,000 into Evergrow coin. Now the fee is 14%, right? So the fee is 14%. Out of that 14%, 8% goes back to holders, and that's kind of the main number we're going to focus on, but it's also probably good to know what percentage is going to the team, and that would be marketing, and they were only receiving 1% of all that volume. The other percentages goes to buyback and burn and to the liquidity pool, and they've been changing those numbers around a lot to make sure that they have a lot of liquidity and also to have a decent amount in the buyback and burn. So we have this 8%, but that's where you're going to get your rewards from. So we have $1,000. So in order to get how many tokens you would have got for this price, we have to divide the US dollar by that amount. But we'll also have to take 14% out. So we're going to take that 14% out. That's going to be $140, which is going to leave us with around $860 because you're paying that 14%. And we want to get an accurate number. So you got 860, and we're going to divide 860 by 0.6032. And that's going to come out to 2,687,500,000. That's how many tokens you would have got if you would have dropped $1,000 when you made this video. Now, they don't just go, oh, thanks for the money. Here's your part. Now we're going to keep this, and you're never going to gain any more money, which is what he's saying. So this is how much Evergrow you would have got. You would have gotten 2,687,500,000 tokens. And what that is worth today is going to be $4,918. They're really scamming you, man. You would have put in 1,000 and you would have gotten $4,918 because they're not just saying, hey, thanks for the $1,000. Here's 200, and now you don't gain any more money. It's not based on that. It's based on the percentage you own to the total supply that's receiving rewards. And this is where it gets a little bit complex. But basically, in order to figure that out, you have to get the total supply, which is going to be 1 quadrillion. And then we are going to subtract all wallets that don't receive rewards, because if they're not receiving rewards, then we are. We know that the Burn wallet doesn't receive rewards, and that was about half the supply. That's over 500 trillion tokens, which means we get a massive boost to our rewards. Now, I did the math, so you're going to divide your bag by whatever that number is. So you divide 2,687,000,000 by that number. That number is going to be less than 500 trillion because we have other wallets that are 50 trillion that don't receive rewards, and we have a couple besides that. But the number that you get is for every billion tokens you hold, for every $1 billion in volume, we're getting about $180. And it's actually more than that, but we're going to just round down. I haven't checked the math since the Burn wallet has been gaining more tokens. It's $180 per $1 billion in volume. It's not per when the dev team feels like giving you money. It's per $1 billion in volume. So we're just going to figure out how much volume do you have to see to get your initial investment back? Because he's saying you can't get your initial investment back. You only get a part of what you put in. He's lying to you, right? You just need to see a certain amount of volume before that happens. And then after that, you're gaining passive income past your initial investment plus your bag that you hold that you can sell. So we're trying to get your initial investment back. We don't want just the 860. We want to get the $1,000 back. So if we divide $1,000, because that's the number you want to get back, by the 180, you're going to get 5.5. And that means that you're going to have 5.5 billion to get your investment back. But that's only for $180. But we're not getting $180. We're getting more because we invested more, because we have more than 1 billion tokens. Because you own 2 billion, it's going to be cut in half. And because you own almost 3 billion, this is for your $1,000 investment, it would only take $2 billion in volume to make back your initial investment. That's not including that your bag size is going up in price as well. And like we said, if you invested $1,000 around this time, you would be sitting at $4,918 today. These are the real numbers. I'm not making stuff up. All the way to the point where we hit $2 billion in volume from when you bought. That's including all volume for the day, for the month, for the however many months it takes to hit $2 billion in volume. Then you'll have your initial investment back, and you'll be making profit on top of your initial investment plus your bag, which is already 5 times greater of what you put in. That's not including that we're about to get listed on a bunch of exchanges, that we have real utility coming. I mean, Sam tweets at Elon Musk, and Elon Musk responds to Sam. If we got 1 billion volume in a day, you'd be making your investment back in 2 days. If we got it per month, you'd make it back in 2 months. That's not including how big your bag is. And like we said, by the time that this guy made this video, he talked everybody out of 5xing however much you had. That's not to say that if you bought in way before this, how big your investment could have been and how much you could have lost if you listened to this guy. So please don't listen to this guy. He's not doing his research. He doesn't have your best interest at heart. He didn't understand the math yet he made this video. So let's go ahead and watch a little bit more.
Project for like months. I promise you that $1,000 will be zero, and the only thing that you'll be getting,
it's 5,000. It's not zero, it's 5,000. And you have all your rewards that you would have gained during that entire time.
From this project is that $200 that you initially received from that BUSD passive income that they apparently are giving away. When in reality,
it's not apparently giving away. I have it. All the other holders have it. I don't know where he's getting the apparently. They literally, I have it in my wallet. I could pull it up and show you my BUSD that I've earned. I've gained $1,000 in BUSD a couple times. And obviously the more you hold, the more BUSD you're getting because you have a higher percentage of that volume. But everybody's getting their BUSD, so stop lying to people.
that passive income that they're giving away is actually your own money, a proportionate of your own money. I mean, a small percentage. Let me just put it that way.
It's not. It's not. The money that you put in doesn't come back to you. The money that you get in passive income is not from yourself. It's from everybody else. What you put in is not going to yourself. Now, sometimes when you buy or sell and you're a holder, you're paying that fee, so you will be giving a very tiny percentage to yourself. But compared to the whole community and what everybody else, the whales and everybody buying and selling is giving you, yours is nothing. It's a sand in the universe of what you're contributing to yourself.
way, while the developers of Evergrow coin have the majority of your own money.
Okay, this guy just said developers.
Have the majority of your own money in their own pockets.
That's not true at all. You have 1% to marketing. They literally turned marketing off for weeks to increase the liquidity. Does this guy have any clue what he's talking about? No, he doesn't. 1% goes to marketing. That's what they use to pay their team, and they use it for marketing to further the project. That's 1%, and they turned it off for weeks, and they use that to go into the liquidity pool to help sustain the price whenever sell-offs happen. This guy is just lying. He's lying to you guys. This guy is straight lying to you.
Can afford giving you back all your money if you're smart enough to take your money out right now, is that when you tell your friend,
if you're smart enough to take your money out right then he talked you out of 5xing whatever your bag was. If you had bought in earlier and you had, you know, $5,000, $10,000, he talked you out of $50,000. So make sure you're smart enough to lose all your money, guys. Come on.
Your friend is probably gonna tell another friend to invest in this project, and obviously when they have a lot of money, they can initially, you know, be able to swap back your own coins for BUSD or actual projects. But at the end of the day, the reality is if you don't take your money out right now, you probably have already lost your money. I mean, the value of the project.
Yep. If you didn't take your money out, guys, you would be 5x where you're at. And especially if as an early investor, there's people sitting, if you go look at the holders, people are sitting on millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, $20,000. You know how many people I told about this token that are sitting on 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 or more? This guy is lying to you. And this project's super early. I still believe that even the people getting in now or even later are going to have huge profits later on because of who Sam is and what his plans for the future are. Go look at his Twitter. Literally, him and Elon Musk talk about Tesla back and forth. And I don't want to talk about that too much, but that's a pretty big deal, guys. Elon Musk responds to this guy. You think he's going to be associated with a scam rug pull? Do a little bit of research, please.
Project has gone down by 50%. Can you believe
50%? This is crazy. On the 15th, we went down 50%, guys. On the 15th. And then look at this. Look at what he talked you out of. Can you believe it? Let's go ahead and hear what else he has to say.
I literally mentioned that it went down by 40% like 5 minutes ago, and it seems like it went down even further down. Damn. 2 minutes after I talked about it. This is a perfect example of a slow rug pull.
It is, dude. Because, you know, when you're trying to do a slow rug pull, you want it to go down like this, and then you want it to shoot up.
And 100% scam project. Now, if you still don't believe me, I honestly feel bad for you. And at this point, it's just you're gone. It's too late to save you. But overall, I hope that you could still take your money out.
It's too late to save you. So anybody who listened to this guy lost money. He says he feels bad for you if you believe in this project. Now, the project's still here. Here's my thing with this guy is he's not actually doing research to try to help you. He's trying to pretend like he's warning you about some danger. When you're not doing your own research and you're wrong, then you're basically doing the opposite. Because the project has done so well and because it has so many big things going for its future, if you do a little bit of research, then you realize that he's talking you out of $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 plus the passive income. This guy is really hurting you. Now, I'm totally fine with warning people about rug pulls and scams, but the thing that you got to understand is there's going to be legit projects that are going to have buys and sells. That's part of the process. The early people are going to take their profits and later investors are going to eat up those dips. But this guy literally is scamming you, and the scam is, I want views, so I'm going to do poor research and tell you about a project I don't understand and paint it in a bad light as if I'm trying to help you. Look at the numbers. He talked you out of 5xing whatever your bag was, plus all the passive income you would have made along the way. I highly recommend to not watch this guy. He doesn't do his research, and I probably will continue to look at his other videos to see if he has any points to go over with them. Nobody knows the future of a project. Nobody knows if it's going to go up or down. So basically, this guy is scamming you out of your money by doing poor research in order to get views, while pretending to be helping you, and he's lying to you. So I hope this video helped a little bit. His other points in the video was just him talking about a different token and how that token was a rug pull, so therefore this one must be. That's just flawed logic. That's common sense. We don't have to go over that. But I am willing to look at his other videos and go over his other information. If you guys enjoy this content, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, and comment. That actually helps this video do better in the algorithm. I don't want to tell people information that's going to make them lose money. And this guy is literally telling you if you don't sell I feel sorry for you. And if you look at the chart, this guy lied to you and he scammed you out of money for views on his channel. So I recommend you guys to not listen to this guy, or if you do listen to him, do the research, because this guy is not